Yo, Frankie K, thank you for the $10 super chat. More DMs means more opportunity. More opportunity means more engagement. Typically, psychologically, promiscuity makes it more difficult for women to pair bond. We gravitate toward inexperienced females.
That's a little questionable. I don't know how I feel about that.
Why?
Well, if you want an inexperienced female, would you agree that is because a man is insecure?
No.
No?
Why then?
I
Why
would
does
say
he
it
want an
is, because what's the difference
inexperienced one?
between a woman who has one body and two bodies? You'd obviously prefer the one that has one body, right?
Sure.
Why?
That's because you don't want to be compared to. You
No.
don't want the possibility of being compared to.
I agree
No.
with you.
No,
I
it's
agree
true,
with you.
because
That's-
you complained about baggage and all that.
Mhm.
You don't want the possibility of them comparing you to another person, of them comparing like the things that another person did to them to you. So that's why you want to, by default, be the best by being the only man in that woman's life. That's how I
yeah,
see
I mean,
it.
it would.
That's the
I'll give you
relationship
that.
that God should have with us. So
Oh
I
my
can
God.
see it why they would want to have that with another woman.
Hold on.
What are you gonna send the asteroid?
Can you put this in? Woo! Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's some music or something.
Nice.
Okay. So,
So you want a girl who's
who thinks that?
who's inexperienced, yeah, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Why do you want a girl who's inexperienced?
I can give you a couple reasons.
Yeah. Give me a couple.
So, okay, it
reasons.
kind of comes back to body count, right? So, we don't want the town bicycle. They're shaking. She's shaking her head.
But the guys can like sleep with 100 guys. Girls, actually, sorry.
Well, here's where I maybe differ from other men. If a woman has the same exact standard, if a woman said, I wouldn't want to get with a guy who's slept with a lot of women, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I think it happens to be the case that men care more about it than women. But if a woman said, look, I don't want to date a player, I don't want to date a guy that slept with 100 women, that's totally fine. I don't have a double standard there. Me personally, body count does matter. I'll give you a few reasons. I mean,
Yeah, please.
okay.
I care about that too, but I mean, you still need your experience, because I think a lot of people also tend to maybe cheat later on when, like, let's say high school sweethearts, that you just have one person in your
Because
life.
they didn't experience enough.
Like you need to go
Yeah.
out there to explore, and it's okay. I mean, I'm not saying that like I want a guy that has slept like with 100 girls, but obviously I would want a guy who's like me, who picks the girl and then actually is sleeping with her because there is a connection, not just for the sake of having sex and making their body counts higher because they think it's nice to have a bigger.
Now here's a question for you. Would you prefer to be with a guy that's completely inexperienced and doesn't know how to really like do anything? You have to show him kind of how to do everything, or a guy that has a couple bodies, let's say 20 bodies, but he's experienced, he knows how to like, pleasure you.
Yeah, that,
Well, who would you
20 bodies for sure.
20, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'd
at
like
least
to have
there's
that
like a
slave.
scale of like levels. For me, I feel like my body count for a girl is a little more acceptable. I don't think I would choose the exactly, like, if a girl has one less body, I wouldn't be like, oh, I have to go with the girl that has one less body, But a lot of guys are like Brian for sure would want that girl with one less body.
I just want the reason. Please
Yeah,
tell me
Brian,
the
what is the reason?
There's quite a few.
Yeah,
So
please start.
what's the pair bond thing that he said? Because I've
Well, I'll
heard
get-
about that
yeah,
with like
pair
vole
bonding.
rats.
Okay, so pair bonding, your ability to bond with someone, to fall in love, and to stay bonded, to fall in love with them. If you've had 50 prior partners, your ability to bond with number 51, number 52, number 53 is significantly, severely, greatly diminished. Greatly diminished. A lot of people say, oh, my first, second, third, like, you remember those first few loves, and then it's just kind of like, you're going through the motions again. And if you have had a lot of sexual partners, you de-link intimacy from sex. Sex is just sport to you. It's sport fucking. You've removed the intimacy component to sex. It's just short-term pleasure seeking.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
It's not a guarantee. The other thing is STDs. And it's so interesting to me. Like, let me ask you guys a question. Would you be so quick to defend having a high body count if you caught a non-treatable sexually transmitted disease? Would you, let's say you were promiscuous, you're engaging in the hookup culture, boom,
So you don't.
you
use
got
a
HIV
condom?
now.
I mean,
Why-
I have sex with like condoms.
Yeah.
Condoms
Until we are in a relationship, get tested and the whole thing.
get,
Tested.
okay, most people don't get tested before they have sex with the person for the first time.
Oh yeah, no. For the first time, like
People
I
just
wear
have
condoms.
sex. Also, well,
Yeah.
a condom wouldn't stop you from getting herpes, for example.
Yeah.
But you said
Okay.
untreatable, right?
You can't treat herpes.
Oh.
I mean, well, it's for life. You can take an antiviral medication which reduces the
Oh, okay.
severity and length of outbreaks or prevents them, but so it's funny to me with the body count thing. Everyone just wants to forget about sexually transmitted diseases. Does anyone here want to get herpes or HIV?
No, we don't.
But HIV is preventable.
That
by
doesn't sound
condoms.
fun.
Do you think people are always using condoms?
I would personally, and I think a lot of people agree on that. Especially girls agree on using.
Bro, people be fucking without condoms. Let me tell you that. People are, you're on, these two are looking at each other a little certain way. I don't know.
I thought you said you would.
I
Hey, if you're on birth control, you know, hey.
I use them.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay.